Welcome to Make Objectivism Great Again, Part 3, where we discuss Lindsay Perigo's open letter to Objectivists, which has the potential of changing the movement forever. We want to get rid of Obleftivism, Objectivism hijacked by Islamo-Marxism. We want to make Objectivism great again. We are tired of Obleftivists calling on us, on objectivists, on principle, making us feel guilty, just like the left. That's why they're called Obleftivists. Into voting for Hillary Clinton, into voting for the Democrats, because there's some kind of theocracy on the right coming for us, which is ridiculous. Now, if you'll excuse me just for a moment, let's listen to a patriotic American song. You know, we have to laugh a little. We have to laugh a little because the topic is so disastrous. Lindsay Perigo calls for the preservation of Western civilization, of Western countries. Of course, our main concern is the United States because, believe it or not, it's in the worst shape with immigration. You might think that Britain or France or Germany are on the brink of collapse, and you might be correct. They have a problem with Muslim immigration, which Yaron Brook, president of the Ayn Rand Institute, says, well, everyday Muslims are not a problem. He tells us that everyday Muslims are not a problem. And he also tells us that Israel is justified in keeping its borders closed and selecting for the immigrants that come in because it's surrounded by enemy cultures. And if you let all these people in, they'll slaughter the Israelis. Well, it turns out that if you read Adios America, it means goodbye America. There's no more America if this goes on. You'll see that the ravages of mostly Mexican or Hispanic as they call it, Hispanic immigration is destroying the United States. In particular, California is now a one-party state dominated by the Democratic Party and its identity politics, where all the ethnic groups vote based on their ethnic interests rather than on ideology. And of course, that's incompatible with the American system, which is supposed to assimilate the best of all cultures and create, the melting pot. But the melting pot, that only works if you select for the best and for the compatible. It was always, Germans, Italians, Europeans, basically, that came into the United States and integrated, really. And even then, the integration was not always so easy. If you want to learn more about that, read Ethnic America. Read Ethnic America. Read Adios America and read Ethnic America. Both books have excellent material, which Obleftivists are completely unaware of or purposefully avoiding, which destroy the fallacies of multiculturalism, of open immigration, of, they'll just come in. The immigrants will just come in. They're self-selected for the virtues, according to Harry Binswanger. Harry Binswanger. I'm going to name names. Harry Binswanger supports complete open borders. He asserts that the borders of the United States should be just as open as the border between New York and New Jersey, between any, nothing. No controls. That's what Harry Binswanger holds. Harry Binswanger is a traitor to the United States, is a traitor to Ayn Rand's name, to Ayn Rand's philosophy, and to Western civilization. He is calling for the destruction of the United States and Western civilization. If you're an objectivist, you should understand that ideas have consequences. And that's why we call ideas evil. Evil. Because they have terrible consequences. Anti-life, anti-human, anti-liberty, anti-reason results. That's why we should select for the immigrants we should select them for ideological compatibility, cultural compatibility. Basically, are they going to embrace Western civilization, in particular American culture, or not? We do not want one single immigrant that comes in and stays on welfare. It's that simple. It used to be that from 1892 to 1954, there have been only, quote unquote, only 12 million immigrants. Look up how many millions exist now in the United States. So much for the open borders of the past. And also, a third of the immigrants that came to the United States during that period, pre-1965, which is when the left decided that they were going to import the ideological aliens in order to win the elections, in order to bring about socialism and government control. Before 1965, a third of the immigrants that came to the United States just left. They went back. They didn't go on welfare. That's what happens now. They don't find a job. They don't like it. Well, it doesn't matter. They have welfare. Read Putnam, the study about Putnam, from Putnam. Very famous. It's all over the internet. All the new right people are talking about it. Anyway, Robert Putnam's study shows that more so-called diversity creates more social distrust. Of course, as Lindsay points out, how would Yaron Brook and all the others even notice? They live in gated communities. Yaron Brook had the gall in a debate, I think it was with Demos, but I'm not sure. In a debate, you can find it on YouTube, maybe I'll link it below, where he says that he has made a life choice that has made him live a lower middle class lifestyle. This guy makes $500,000 a year from the ARI, Ayn Rand Institute, a non-profit, which is supposedly the objectivist organization par excellence. But it ain't, obviously. They're Obleftivists right now. Hopefully that will change, but I doubt it. Because nobody has answered yet. Have you noticed? No Obleftivists have answered these videos. Please, remember, like these videos. It's been great. The number of views are going up. The likes are going up. The subscriptions are going up. Subscribe to the channel. We have an interview with Lindsay Perigo coming up. And any questions you have, I will ask him. It will be the first of many interviews. I want to start a podcast. This will all remain on YouTube, but a podcast would be nice as well. And we'll start with Lindsay Perigo. The real objectivists are coming out. They're coming against Obleftivism. We are coming after you. We know what you're up to. You are lying to us. They're lying. Just look at the darn statistics. So you want to know something very interesting? 80% of white Texans voted for Romney the last elections. Only 18% voted for Obama. Now that is music to my ears. And it tells you that the native population does not want these crazy leftists to win. That's why the left wants to import ideological aliens from abroad. That's why Texas is a red state. 80% of the whites vote for the Republicans. First of all, that's fabulous. I wish that would be the whole country. But of course, the problem with Texas is that whites are only 56% of the electorate. Nevada, another one of those states over there, has had a 386% increase from 1980 to 2010 in Hispanics. They're now 27% of the population. California, of course, has already a majority Hispanic. It's 47% of the population. 47%. This is ethnic replacement, people. So, I think we've established that with the welfare usage, with the crime, with the incompatible cultures, open immigration is destroying the United States. If you want the United States to become like California, then keep on with your rhetoric. Go on saying how we need to open the borders. You'll become California. As for me, go, Cal exit. Leave us alone. California is no longer United States as far as I'm concerned. They're socialists, so they're not Americans. It's as simple as that. No immigrant that supports socialism should be allowed into the country. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The United States needs to preserve its unique, magnificent capitalist system, and it can't do so if the people vote for the left. Now, I'd like to point out that Lindsay Perigo was one of the first to talk about the crimes perpetrated by MS-13. That's a criminal gang from Mexico. So, please, Yaron, we listen to your darn podcast. It's a terrible to listen, but, I put it on 2 times the speed so I don't fall asleep. It's useless that you keep telling us that Israel is a special case because the Palestinians and whatever, they're going to come into Israel and kill Israelis. That's what you keep saying. So it's dangerous for Israelis to have open borders. Well, let me tell you something. It's dangerous for Britain to have open borders. It's dangerous for New Zealand, for Australia, for Italy, for Spain, for Germany, for France, for Western countries to have open immigration. We are a tiny minority on earth. The world is just waiting to barge in and take over our systems. And we see what they vote for. We see it. Donald Trump, remember, Donald Trump won the last election because 70% of whites voted for him. That's the only reason. The only reason. And that's why the left hates us. They hate fucking white males. They'll say that. They think we're evil. This is why. Because we vote for the right. We don't vote for the left. And if you're a libertarian type guy, remember, the Libertarian Party is something like 90% white. Remember that. Just remember that. These people they're not self-selected for their virtues, okay? We need to select them. We need to select the people we let into our countries. With that, I ask you, please remember, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Lindsay Perigo is coming. A great interview is coming. Remember, make Objectivism great again. I hope you moved your watches to the correct time, which is Moga time, of course. Obleftivists, beware. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. And we are much better equipped than you to deal with the culture war. Any non-objectivists who are listening to this, hey guys, hey y'all, there are some of us that follow the philosophy of Ayn Rand who have not lost our minds. And we will gladly fight with you to preserve Western civilization, to preserve America. God bless America. God bless Western civilization and all its friends. I've seen that there are many people all around the world that watch these videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand that with the selection process, people, probably if you're watching this, you would be selected for entry. But remember, it's a privilege. It's not a right. You do not have a right to travel wherever you want. Thanks for watching. This was Bruno Turner. I'll see you soon. Make Objectivism great again.